Hi there, my friends. Here I am with my inner being to talk to you and your inner being. Today, I would like to share about the law of RYTHM. This is part of a series of videos where I'm sharing the 7 principles of the universe, or the 7 hermetic principles. And today we are going to talk about the principle of RYTHM. I'm going to read what the Kybalion, the book the Kybalion says about it. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. RYTHM compensates. Okay, the Kybalion. This principle works together with the principle of polarity that we talked about in the last video. And this principle is a little bit similar to the principle of vibration because both of principles talk about movement, but the principle of RYTHM talks about a RYTHM movement between the polarities. So it works together with the law of polarities. Okay, so this principle says that everything has its time to happen. I remember from the Bible, King Solomon saying that there is time for everything under the sun, time to cry, time to laugh, time to plant a plant, and time to harvest. So there is time for everything. And also, according to Hinduism, this principle is recognized as Shiva, which is the god of destruction. It means that Shiva has his drums, and when Shiva is playing his drums, it means the RYTHM of the universe. It means that everything has its end, time to end. This principle also talks about cycles. When cycles start, they have to end. So this is the characteristic about having human experience. And when we don't recognize this principle, we suffer. We suffer a lot because we want to be attached to things. And when we like something, we want that thing to last forever. And when we don't like something, we have aversion about something that is happening to us, we don't prefer, but it's happening, we tend to make it go away faster. And the more we want to hurry for that to go away, it seems that it takes longer to go away, and that's because of the principle of RYTHM. And the more, when the pendulum, there is a RYTHM like a pendulum, it means that there is times when you're really happy, things are going really well for you, and sometimes things, the cycles end, and when the cycles end, you understand that life is against you, or you're facing hard times and this kind of thing. And by understanding this principle, what I realized is that I have a lot of peace in my heart when the cycles, I noticed that the cycles are ending, even though they were really nice. And also I have peace in my heart when something that I don't prefer is happening, because I only say that that's soon will be gone, because nothing lasts forever. Only consciousness lasts forever. The essence of who we are lasts forever. So the principle of RYTHM means that, you know, if you're going through hard times, okay, hang on, be still, and just trust that this is going soon, we're going to be away. And also, if you're going through really nice times, just enjoy every moment. Don't be lost in your mind, worrying about the future. Be here now, because this moment is going to pass. I use the understanding of this principle a lot when I'm looking at my kids. and they grow so fast. And sometimes I'm there with them, and then I remember, let me watch his face, let me notice every detail, let me watch them play, because this is going to pass. It's not forever. They're not gonna look like that forever, and time is going to run. So this principle is more like the tick-tock of a clock passing by. And in Hinduism, they have Brahma, which is the builder, the one that constructs something, creates, the creator. And then there is Vishnu, which he is the god of the maintenance. He maintains, he keeps things in earth. And then there is Shiva, the destructor, the one that destroys what the other gods created. But he is not bad. He is just, he makes room to recycle things. Because imagine if Shiva would not destroy things. We would be all the same every time, every day. Imagine every day being Christmas, even though Christmas is nice. Christmas wouldn't be so special if we had Christmas every day. So things are special because they have seasons, especially in America. Oh, you guys, if you live in a place with the 4 seasons, that's the law of rhythm in action. You can see, you know, in the changing of the trees, how the trees, they understand that. And for example, that rose here, oh my gosh, it was, during winter, it looked like it was dead, but it was only one cycle. And now it's spring and it's blooming, so beautiful like that. So this is the principle of rhythm. Is really, really amazing to understand this principle. But one thing that happened to me when I started to understand this principle and study, my ego started to be afraid that when I was enjoying good moments, my mind would say, okay, enjoy this moment, because the pendulum of the rhythm is gonna bring bad news. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. And then I stopped. I wouldn't be there to enjoy the moment, because I thought, according to this principle, I'm living happy now, and a bad moment is going to come. But it's not like that. It's just a principle that tells you that there will be ups and downs in life. And for example, those moments doesn't need to be bad moments. For example, winter, a lot of snow, cold, people don't go outside, they stay at home. Is winter bad? No, not at all. It's just a different season. So everything that happens in our lives are seasons, cycles that start and end. And when the cycles end, it means the pendulum gave its turned it back. Yeah, and also they call this principle in India the samsara circle. So it goes down and then up, and then goes back down again. And a cycle has ended. Okay, that's also the principle of rhythm. And this principle means that nothing is permanent. And if you have this in mind, you're gonna live every day like your last day. You're gonna give value for everything. Everything's gonna be have a good meaning. Just enjoy. And for the bad moments that are not so comfortable, you will just be okay by knowing that pretty soon it's going to be over. This also will pass. Soon will pass. Everything passes. So these hard moments are going to pass. They don't need to last. But one thing that I noticed is that the more I made war against, or I resist against a bad moment that I consider bad, the longer it took for that moment to pass. And the faster I release, I let go of resistance and understand, yeah, this is just an experience. I would not prefer that. However, it's going to pass. It is what it is. Life is perfect the way it is. And things turn out very good faster. So the more we fight against life, it feels like the more life fights back against us. And this principle is just explaining to us how to dance according to the rhythm. And when you do the mental transmutation that I talked about in the last video, is when you embrace every moment. Even when the pendulum goes to the opposite side, that I don't prefer, you jump. How do you do that? When you don't go to the left or to the right, you just jump. You go up. You go to God. You go to your essence, and you understand this is a moment. It's going to pass, and then you don't suffer as you used to, because now you understand. And that is mental transmutation, is when you find something good even in the bad things that happen to you. This is mental transmutation. So the suffering is only in the mind. And if you don't go with the pendulum in your mind, you will not suffer, because this law of rhythm exists to compensate. So things would not be always, always a bed of roses, but also not always bad and hard. You have seasons. This is how I understand the principle of rhythm, and it has helped me a lot to value the good moments, to enjoy the good moments, to be here now, and also to be resilient and strong when things that I don't prefer happen. And also believing everything happens for a reason, happens for my well-being, to teach me something, to make me grow, to expand my consciousness and be good, my better version. And also most of everything to lead me home, which is lead me back to the consciousness that I really am, back to my essence, to my inner being. And our inner being does not suffer with the swing of the pendulum. We only suffer when we identify with the form, with our avatar, and we forget our inner being. So if you are in your inner being, you watch the pendulum swinging and you do not suffer. You just watch. And if it's something you don't prefer, you just watch, like in a movie, you're watching a movie, soon it's going to be gone. And if it's a good moment, okay, let me enjoy, because this moment also will pass. This shall pass. Everything shall pass. This is the law of rhythm. I really love this law, and it works together with the principle of polarities. If you like this video, just press the like button, and if you are not subscribed, subscribe, and also hit the bell notification to be notified when I post the next video of our series and some future videos as well. And let me know in the comments what if you liked this video, and how do you understand the principle of rhythm. I think this principle is pretty neat. Don't you think? I think it's nice. I like this principle. How about you? Let me know. Bye bye.